I want a little bit of your analysis on what happened, because I was so optimistic. I was just moving back to California from living in DC for 8 years when the recall was going on, and I thought this was our chance, and maybe we could really seize the moment and finally turn the page on the single party governance in this state, and we didn't. And I think we really blew it. And then we have the fires that must have been even harder for you to watch and the rest of us, and knowing that you could have helped.
Because fire management, forest management was a big part of my campaign. We have the same infrastructure as when the state was half the size, and that was one of the issues during the campaign for governor. What happened is I got into it, Alex, because I thought this was a chance for me to sneak through with as little as 25% of the voters cast because of the way the recall was structured. 50% plus one had to vote to recall Gavin Newsom. And if that succeeded, whoever got the most votes on the replacement side, and there were 46 candidates, counting myself, would have become governor. And I got 49% of the replacement vote, which, by the way, was the same percentage that Arnold Schwarzenegger got.
It's a monster, totally. I mean, and you were late in the race, I think, if I recall, and it's you just
raised about $30 million in about 8 weeks, more than all the others combined, by the way. California has 58 counties. On the replacement side, I carried 57 of 58. The only one I didn't carry was San Francisco, and I lost that by 149 votes. And I ran against the first guy that ran against Gavin Newsom. His name was John Cox. I ran against a two-term mayor of San Diego named Kevin Faulconer. That's the one that Kevin McCarthy wanted and told the Republican coalition to back this guy. And when it was obvious the grassroots wanted me, he told everybody to stay out of the race at all, and didn't. Only two House Republicans in California endorsed me, Michelle Steele and Doug LaMalfa in the Sacramento area. Darrell Issa said kind things about me on CNN, but he did not formally endorse me. Only two of them did. I carried San Diego County, which is, again, the guy that Kevin McCarthy wanted, by 30 points. And the next highest Republican got roughly 6% of the vote. So I got 49%. Next highest Republican got 6%. What happened is that the Democrats went to school on why they lost the first time against Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember, there was a prominent Democrat on the replacement side. He was lieutenant governor. He ran against his own boss, and he ended up getting around 32% or so of the vote, making it more likely that the first part would pass because a lot of people wanted him to be the governor. So the Democrats made sure there was no prominent Democrat this time on the replacement side. Antonio Villaraigosa, two-term popular former mayor of LA, thought about running, and everything I heard is that they went to him, pressured him not to run, offered him all sorts of things. I'm not saying anything illegal, but offered him all sorts of things, and he ended up not running in the replacement side. Had he been in that race, I would have become the governor, because he would have siphoned up 30-40% or so of the voters, people who like him and want him to be the governor. So they made a concerted effort to make sure no prominent Democrat was there. I also made some things in retrospect that were tactical mistakes. For example, Donald Trump reached out to me, and he wanted to publicly endorse me. I don't know what else he would have done, but was going to publicly endorse me. Byron Donalds reached out. Sarah Palin reached out. Other people reached out, prominent Republicans. And I said, you know what? I appreciate the support, but if you endorse me, they're going to make this all about this being a Republican takeover. And so I respectfully declined to have the support from all of them. First ad that ran, stop Republican takeover. So they did it anyway, so it really didn't matter.
Right.
The other thing is, I never said one thing about voting early. I felt that our people were going to show up on Election Day, and they did in droves. But by then, you could have banked a lot of solid Republicans to spend your money and your time trying to get the undecideds or people that otherwise would not come out to vote. That's what they do. I did not do that. And obviously, this last time in 2024, Republicans learned from their mistake, and they began telling people to vote early, and they did. I never did. So I think not being willing to receive the endorsements of prominent Republicans, including Donald Trump, probably hurt me, and not telling people to vote early probably hurt me. But the biggest factor by far, Alex, is the fact that these guys were smart enough not to put a prominent Democrat on the replacement side. So that, to me, is pretty much what sealed my fate. There hasn't been a Republican elected statewide in California in 20 years. We're outnumbered 3-1. So if the ball had carried them the right way for the recall and they had a prominent Democrat there, I'd be talking to you right now from Sacramento.
Unbelievable. We missed out so much.